Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is our A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature game miniature review for the Tully Sworn Swords. These are part of Stark faction. We've already built the Tully Cavaliers before, which I really enjoyed painting those. And I noticed these guys, and I kind of felt like suddenly I was getting pulled into this Tully sub faction. The helmets are cool. They kind of had a paladin look. They also seemed like they were ideal for kind of a ideal expansion for a sub faction within Stark. You know, we're also working on the Renly. It just seems like it's happened, like the Highgarden pikemen. Working on that kind of Highgarden view. So we've got the Highgarden Thorns watch. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put a Stark versus Baratheon one together. Or maybe another one. Maybe we can do a Tully versus the Free Folk. Maybe something like that. So we'll come up with a tabletop game. Give me some ideas down in the comments, guys, for this. But let's take a look at these. Maybe first cut them open. Like you guys know, I picked these up in Singapore. I had done a haul video when I picked these up. Bought these at the Hammer House in Singapore on a trip to Singapore. I actually got to be like, they were really super nice there. Like, you become a member and you can get a discount on the mini. So got them for a good price. For Tully Sworn Shields, I said Sworn Shields, but I said Sworn Swords, but I meant Sworn Shields. We've got it looks like 12 units for this. There's 3 different main unit sculpts, and then there's also a bannerman. So there's single bannerman and 3 different sworn shields. The shields are quite cool. We'd seen these shields in the we saw these with the Cavaliers. Maybe I'll pull those out just to show, like Tully Cavaliers that we had built before. We'll probably do some similar paintings with these, but I think we made these Tully Cavaliers a bit more like paladin-like. You can kind of see this Tully Cavalier here that we did. I think I'll probably continue these in that style. But yeah, looking forward to checking these Sworn Shields out as well. Let's read from the back here, though. It says, with their strong shields and thick scale armor, House Tully's Sworn Shields rank as the heaviest troops serving under the greater House Stark banner. Capable of turning aside even the most discerned enemy assaults, Sworn Shields provide themselves as a vital background to any Stark force. Like all heavy troops, they lack great speed, yet their implacable advance keeps the enemy line in a state of constant retreat. Skilled commanders can employ the Sworn Shields line as a refuge for lighter units retreating after a successful strike at the enemy while protecting their vulnerable flanks. Only the strongest shall survive the War of the Five Kings, and the Sworn Shields are strong indeed. I mean, I guess we can come up with all kinds of scenarios for these guys. You know, we could do a Tully versus Lannister, might be cool. We could do Tully versus Greyjoy, you know, sort of across Westeros there. But let's kind of take a picture of what's going on with these guys. First off, we've got the card, House Tully Sworn Shields. It says, order shield wall. When this unit is attacked from the front, after attack dice are rolled, they've got 4 march. Like they said, they're slow, but they do have +3, 7, 6, and 4 for the ranks, and they don't rattle that. They don't panic too quickly. They get a 6+ for the panic. Pretty good shield rolls too. House Tully, similar to what we read before, but look at this. This art is great, and the box art, super cool reference art here, right? These are what we'll sort of model it on. We'll get those highlight metallics for the helmets, and kind of go with the similar. You know, with the Cavaliers, we kind of went with a bit more of a paladin kind of look. So maybe we can paint these with a bit more metallics, but we'll keep some of the same color tone as those Cavaliers had before. Okay, so let's jump into the minis now. yeah, just guys, also like in the comments, let me know which of the starter sets, or even maybe it's even in the neutral folk, would I find some Tully leaders, so I could put together sort of a Tully versus somebody, right? How's Tully versus somebody might be interesting. So first off, we're going to show our bannerman here. Got this bannerman, and you can see it's got the Tully symbol there on the shields as well, similar to our Cavaliers. So I'll probably stick to that painting scheme there. I also see the like when we painted the Tully Cavaliers, you can see these lines are very bold. Look at all of these components are very pronounced. So again, it's going to be pretty simple for clumsy old me to paint these. This I'll get the bannerman here. And now let's go into the first of our 3 different kinds of units. We'll start out with this sworn shield, sort of in a neutral position. All right, these guys look pretty good. They're pretty detailed here as well. You know, this shield doesn't have the fish on it, just has the lines. Again, they have tons of these supplies on. They've got this chainmail or scale mail. Got an arm brace here. They're wearing a plated kind of glove, but with a scale mail and then chain mail beneath. They've got like a scale and a chain. The arm looks easy access to paint inside there. So yeah, these will be pretty fun to paint. So we've got our first sworn shield. Next up, second sculpt. We've got, this is the sworn shield that's sort of marching forward. Like this one as well. It's pretty nice. This one has the fish but no lines. Similar to how they did the cavalry. They mixed up the shield art so that some of them have the waves, some of them have the fish, and some of them have the fish and the wave. And again, I love these helmets that these guys have. These shoulder things will be quite easy to paint. You've got this mail for the within the helmet, so they have a mail headpiece that they've got. Yeah, they'll be quite cool to paint up. I think the next sculpt will be, we did the straightforward, we did this one, and now the last one are these. Oh, these guys have got the helmet closed. So this is pretty intense here, right? They've got both the fish and the waves. They've got the helmet closed, and that might just be our thumbnail right there. This is the Tully sworn shield. If we look at the sword work, it's pretty detailed. Maybe like that, or like that. And on the back side, you can see the scabbard. They've got tons of these bag work, these shoulder pieces, and the closed mask looks very, very intense there. Right? That'll be fun to paint. Yeah, I like them. Let's put them all on the tray, and we can kind of have a view of what confronting the Tully sworn shields is about. I guess this is going to be a defensive unit. So again, like when we talked about getting our city guard from Lannister on the board with our Greyjoy Ironborn trappers, that was more of a Greyjoy invading, like Lannisport or Queen's Land or King's Landing, something like that. I wonder if we'll have a similar case with maybe Free Folk raiders invading the Tully lands then in the north there. So yeah, these guys look pretty cool. Liking their shields, a good complement to the Tully Cavaliers. So what do you think, guys? We have Tully Cavaliers, we have Tully sworn shields. Who would we have for the Tully leader, and how would we round out the army for an encounter? That's maybe a question for the comments. As we wrap up here, just quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. You can go check our bookstore link down below. We've got the Esoteric Dragon Mysteries. This is our bookstore link down below. Decoding the dragon symbol in myth and occult traditions. We talk about George R.R. Martin. We talk about Tolkien. We are in the process of working on a tabletop miniatures coffee table book that you guys can stay tuned here. Go check out our Patreon for sort of updates on that. We've also got Alchemy and Anthroposophy and the Dune Saga hardcover book deep diving into the Dune series. Lastly, we've got the Katu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence. If you like Lovecraftian lore and topics like our books from Giuseppe Balsamo, Hermeticism of Hastur, Alchemy of Azathoth, and Necromancy of Nyarlathotep, they're all included in that hardcover. We've also got Moldenhauer's Genealogy, Cthulhu, and other works. So go check those out. Help us to support the channel. You can also support us on Patreon. Stay abreast of our gameplay for A Song of Ice and Fire, Joan of Arc, Tainted Grail. We've got Conan by Monolith out on the board, and tons of tabletop miniature games. We've been doing the tabletop miniature makeover series. So I'll leave you guys with that. I will do, if you ring the bell and subscribe, you will get notified when we paint these up and when we get them on the board to play. You can leave a comment down below who you'd like us to play them against. And in the meantime, go check out our A Song of Ice and Fire paint through videos and our gameplay videos. And we'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.